third special here on 3 Music Television with your boy Jason Ali. And I always say, I love the show so much because I get to talk to creative, to entrepreneurs, people chasing their dreams the best way they know how. And I always say the best way they know how because we all have a dream, right? But getting there is different to everybody. Their capacity, their ability, their know-how, and what they're comfortable with, basically. So, you can have 5 different people doing the same thing, but it's different journeys. And I'm sure with these kinds of conversations, you, the viewers, the most important part of everything we do, get to relate, get to find a sense of understanding, because again, with a job like this, one thing I've learned very much so is to listen. People, different backgrounds, different ethnicities, different religions, but as different as we are, we're still human beings. So it's a chance for me to learn, to understand, to listen again. And I'm very, very excited today with my guest in the studio because I've known him for years. And with every single conversation, I get to learn something new. And I'm sure today is going to be the same thing. Send us messages all on our social media pages. Stalk us. We don't mind. Send us a DM, suggestions, questions, ideas. I'm open to absolutely everything. And on that note, I get to introduce my brother, a friend, one of my favorite artists because he's always dropping bars, Lyrical Joe. How you doing, man?
I'm great, bro.
I was thinking say hello, I was going to drop a bar. Like, Lyrical Joe, come in the morning, he just drops a bar. Charlie, how you doing, my brother?
I'm great, bro. How about you?
Man, you're looking good.
Yeah.
Like every single time, you're looking better.
Fly the cut.
What is going on? What are you eating?
Sky's the limit, bro.
What you eating, what's your favorite food?
Right now, I don't have favorite food, but I mean.
Oh, bro, there has to be something. Are you like a local guy or continental, international kind of guy when it comes to the food?
So that's why I cut across just like my music when it comes to food.
You see? You see what he did there?
I'm good.
You guys serious?
Already day I'm good. Like, but weekends I'm aside. I reserve for locals. Like
weekends for local food.
Yeah, for local food. Okay. But on the normal, you left me for kitchen.
You cook?
Oh yeah, I can do something.
Oh, you have to come and chef it up.
Yeah.
Oh, what's your favorite thing to cook? Like, what's the quickest, easiest thing for you to cook?
Oh, that would be yam and stew.
Yam and stew.
That's I think the quickest.
Yeah. Wow, I thought I was going to say jollof because we say jollof all the time.
Jollof can stress you sometimes, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's crazy how I am the worst cook in the world. My auntie's a chef. Here we have Chef It Up, of course, where we get to meet people and get to have them cook and the like. And I'm here talking about food. But anyways, this is very special. So we get to delve into the minds, pick up the layers of these artists and everything.
Your auntie be chef there. That's it. You don't want to cook.
Bro, do you understand? That's the problem I'm facing. That's the problem. Auntie, I love you. Please cook some more. Bro, I'm very happy to have you here. Yeah. You have a lot of stuff you're up to. The year basically sort of just began. Right, so with the things you're up to, we're going to get into, but I'm going to get also into last year, how it went for you, if it was your best year. But before all of that too, let's put the music aside a bit. The man Lyrical Joe, right? Because people see you, they see your music videos, they see you always looking fly. What's it like being the man Lyrical Joe, observing through a lens, looking at you as an artist? What's it like, man?
I think more times I'm just like the fans. It's an adventure to me myself as well, because I might sit back and Charlie, I started from here. This is what I was doing at this point. I was sleeping on the floor. Maybe I didn't even believe, or I had the belief, or it was 50-50 for me that it will work. But then look how it turned out. Like step by step, you go here, you went here. So it's an adventure for me as well, and I'm enjoying the ride.
One thing about you, just like you said, right, you've always been open and honest about the struggles, the difficulties, the losses in your life, the growth. Why is that important to you? Because we're in a very, very judgmental world right now. Social media, bro. You say the sweetest thing. You could say good morning. Somebody's going to say, what's good about the morning? Right? Like,
then move to you anyhow.
Charlie, anyhow.
Yeah, I get it.
But you put these things out in your music. Why is that important to you, man?
That's more like the person putting out the chin that, punch me. I don't care. Let's get it, because after the pain, I'll be stronger. And then I realized that my friends as well, most of them, as a musician, not just me, but as a musician, most of your friends are like you. A version of you in a point in time in life.
How do you
they
go
can
through this
clinch
pain?
Lyrical. They can clinch onto a part of you where maybe you were sleeping on the floor and you spoke about it. That moment, that person was also sleeping on the floor.
Yes.
That person becomes your fan forever.
Yes. Yes.
Because he has experienced what you are talking about before. Someone feel like they are, what you're saying is so intelligent, and they are also that intelligent. So they feel like they can. So if you're not giving them the real you, you're going to get fake fans, actually. But when you give them the real you, your fans, they will ride with you through social media era, TV era, radio era, anytime at all. As long as they know the real you, they know that you can bleed as well, just like them. You have losses just like them, wins, gains, and everything just like them. They are okay with you.
So it's about being relatable for you.
Yeah, it's about being myself, and through that, being relatable becomes the thing. Being myself, meaning that I'm being me. When I wake up in the morning, if it is charcoal I used to brush, I'm going to wake up and use it to brush and show the people that this is what I used to brush every day. So then I will not wake up any day and being me will be difficult. So when they bring the camera, I'm not a different person. When they take it off, I'm not a different person. It's me.
Yeah, and that's true. That's something I've experienced knowing you in front of the camera and behind the cameras. So back to the question I was asking, how do you deal with this pain? Because again, the fans, the blessing for a fan always, because we're all fans, I always say, for a fan is to have somebody to look up to help them deal with their pain, right? Now you're doing this publicly. So how do you deal with that pain? Do you go silent? Do you go quiet? Do you pray? Like, what do you do, brother? Do you make music?
Also, for me personally, it has like 4 stages for me.
Okay.
There's a part where you talk to yourself, you are going through it, you keep quiet, it's in you. Then there's a part where you need to have you need to have few people that can know the deepest and the rawest you. Because it's going to get to that time where you need to talk to someone. They need to know what's up, what's going on. You can't carry it alone. Even if it's 1 person, 2 people, you need to have one of that. And then the very last one that's, like music is also, there's also a therapy. That when you are done going through everything, you put it in a paper, you put it out there.
Yes.
And someone can feel the pain. The very last one you need to have God. I don't know what to worship or where it goes, but it gets to a point where now the person you've spoken to cannot help you. You can't help yourself. You need a higher power.
Yeah. What do you think about religion and spirituality? What does it mean to you?
I feel spirituality is very important to me. It's very important to me because I don't know how some people see the world, but I'm one of those people that feel like everything that happens was programmed to, like, there's somebody that is programming something. So you're gonna wake up today and you can choose that, Charlie. It has to go well. Your positive, your mind state and everything, and that spirituality. That spirituality, how you are feeling about it, how it has to go, what you think, your energy about the project you're about to release. What do you think about it, even before the rest of the world? How do you feel about it? What is your spirit telling you about it? So spirituality is first. To me, it's key. It's first.
I like that. And in the intro, I said something where I've learned to listen. One thing this job has taught me is I am so not judgmental. Like, I've heard so many stories, so many religions, so many backgrounds, but I respect what people go through. Example, I'm on a brand, I work with 3 Music. If 3 Music wants to be associated to another brand, I have to respect it, I have my beliefs too. I worship Jehovah God through Jesus Christ, if I meet somebody else and it's a different religion, with all the places you've been, all the music you've made, all the fans you've had, are you in a similar space where you've met so many who's like, okay, I respect you, but I'll do my thing?
Yes, I am. I am in a similar space where I met people, they have different beliefs, different mindsets on things, how things should be done, even religion, like when it comes to be like religious side and everything, religion side, being personally, how I will wake up and dress today is not how that person wants to wake up and dress well. And they might think that this person did not dress well because they are not dressing how I am. But then the person will step out, someone likes what they have on. So you realize that being too judgmental, it gets critical. So I definitely love the concept of respecting what everyone has and what they believe in. Okay.
With where you are now, right? Did you have this mindset back in the day? And I'm asking this question to ask, like, as human beings, when we're struggling, right? we go into a state of shock, right? We just want to get out so much. Sometimes, we forgo faith, we forgo friends and family. Was it always like this back then for you?
The mindset was not like this. I mean, it went through things to get to this point, but I mean, I would say I used to be more judgmental than I am now. I would be quick to try to tell somebody that this is how it should be or this is how it is than I am now because of the journey.
Wow. I think you've grown a lot, right? And you've understood yourself. With everything we've spoken about now, when did music come into the fray? Because I asked you the question of you being a man, right? Observing through a lens. Now with the music, when did this come into the picture, right? Yeah.
As for I think for me, music has always been in the picture. Like from the get-go, I've always loved music. Like I always say on my interviews, everyone knows if you've watched my interviews, reggae music is what I grew up on from my dad. So it was already there.
Okay.
It was something I could learn. It started from me, learning Bob Marley songs word for word, quote for quote, to being able to start crafting my own thing. But the thing with music for me is that when
What's your favorite Bob Marley song? I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry.
My favorite Bob Marley song.
I'm sorry, bro. I had to.
Hey, it's going to be hard.
Oh, you love all of them.
I mean, you put a Bob Marley album here, maybe 80, maybe 1% is what I can't sing or tell you that this
What is it about Bob Marley that you love the most? Because he was an activist, he was a fighter, he was an artist, he was everything to a lot of people. So what's it about that man that you love so much?
Consciousness and spirituality. Consciousness and spirituality for Bob, for me, because the consciousness spoke through his music. So now, I mean, you hear Bob Marley's song and what he's talking about or he was saying at that time, you will not even realize that these songs were made before some of us were given birth to. These albums were made before they gave birth to some of us, and they are still a hit till now. It's hard to even do now that there's social media and everything, you see. But so a spirit carried the song. Basically, you need something behind the song to carry that song, let it survive through eras, like era like that, to my point. So basically it was his consciousness and spirituality for me.
Was there any Ghanaian artists who had that impact on you when you were young? I mean, growing up?
Nah.
Okay.
I've never had anyone, because my first artist I idolized Bob Marley. The next one was Lil Wayne.
Oh,
and it's been like that.
He's in my top 5. That's the guy. Now I get it. So you always had the love for music, right? You were growing up, you saw Bob Marley, you saw Lil Wayne, Make It Rain back in the day.
The crazy thing, reason why I became a Lil Wayne fan, where people didn't know, is that it was something that I was hearing in Bob, that I realized that, okay. So when I grew up, when I started getting into hip-hop music, the people I grew up around with, they mostly loved fast rap. When I get to the rap, they're gonna be catching the rap.
Twister, right?
Yeah, or Busta Rhymes, like it was dope and everything. But at the times of like Make It Rain, Emily and things, I would randomly as a child hear one thing the person said. I'm like, how did he put this? Are you people hearing what I'm hearing? I don't owe you like 2 vowels. Who would understand that?
I don't owe you 2 vowels.
I don't owe you like 2 vowels. Who would understand that at that time?
Yes.
Well, I mean, we are hearing the beat is banging, we are enjoying. But I was hearing those stuff. So like, this is very, very creative for someone to think about and put together. I'm not just listening to the beat, not just the music.
So
but
you picked up on those things.
I picked up on those things. So it's always important when you're listening to Lyrical Joe, by first line to second one, you are going to hear something. Third to fourth, you are going to hear something, because it's mostly the people that I listened to. They always had something philosophical to say, or something to tell you. Basically, you always needed to decode something.
How long after falling in love with these artists did you get into music actually?
I actually didn't take long. So what happened was I started, because I moved to, the transition was crazy from loving reggae music to hip hop. And then I was listening to these people. one thing was I was open to every kind of music though, and every kind of artist. But I know my favorite. I know that I'm going to my go-to is this. But I'll listen to anything at all. Because you pick a lot from people. So
do you remember your first studio session at all?
Yeah, I remember my first studio session.
How old were you?
If I give you age, I would be wrong, but very young. I mean, it should be because I know where I recorded that. Very first recording was in Borjay studio.
Oh.
Yeah, and I was so shocked that I had to stand on something to
your first recording.
That mic was,
Were you nervous? Because Borjay.
Yeah. I mean, I was, but then I had been around him too for like I've been around the studio. I've seen people come to the studio, do their stuff for a while, so I knew my way around it, how it goes and everything. So that would be my first studio, where I had my first studio recording session officially.
You remember the song?
Spintex Road. Yeah, I think Borjay is still at that same place. Nah, that song never came out because I was on somebody. It wasn't my own song. I was on someone's song.
That's do you remember the flow in terms of? Would you be impressed remembering the flow right now?
I would. I mean, I always had a line that I've always been impressed with. This. And I don't even know where I wrote it, how I was able to write it at that time of my age, but even through my X Factor journey, just like those are the things that. Because people, actually, when I went to X Factor, I didn't know that it was about singing people's music. All I knew about was me, my song. That's what I was going to perform. So when I got to the audition ground and I realized that people were singing people's, I'm like, hey, am I at the wrong place? What's going on? Like, because I don't know how to sing. Someone is singing Jay-Z's Forever Young. I can't sing from A to Z for you. I mean, I can get you a little song, but this is not what I came here to perform. I came here to do my thing. So I waited. I still never left though. I waited. I think that day I went with about 3 people. And I saw them all got bounced. So I waited. It got to my turn and I went. So when I went, it was 2 white people. They were like, "Let's hear you." And the way they were bouncing, it was crazy. By the time you say 3 lines, or you sing it 3 lines, they know if they are picking you or they're bouncing. So they were like, "Go, let's hear you." I was like, so it was like a whole 16 bar verse, my killer 16 bar verse I prepared through the stages I would take go. So I was like, yo, my name Joseph. That's the reason I'm legendary. Because I could be the father of Jesus without touching Mary. So that was the second line of the 16 bar. Then the white man was like, wait, is that your own rap? I was like, yeah. Because he must realize that it's not, people come to do people's song, but this is from somewhere. So I was like, yeah. He was like, is your name Joseph? I was like, yeah. He watched the form I filled and everything, confirmed, and was like, okay, pass. So throughout the audition, I was passing with those 2 lines. I mean, with those 2 lines. With those, I mean, I was going through the audition with those 2 lines until I made it to the finals and went to Nigeria with it. And this is like, if I'm not lying, 12 years, 13, like, that young.
Ago, wow. Bro, that's years ago.
Years ago.
How proud are you of yourself, man? Usually I ask this question like at the end of the interview, but even for the beginning of this conversation, to see everything you've done, right? Maybe not winning awards, not being on the biggest stages, but that self-belief and doing it again, how you knew how proud are you of those moments before even
these things I'm talking about way before I ever touched even a big stage or won an award. I never get to enjoy it in the moment, but it's later I sit down, I'm like, hey, we stubborn guy, like 11, 12 years old, you're on a flight going to Nigeria, through who, or 15, through who, how? But without knowing anyone there, but music, I went. First off, even before coming to Accra to go to that audition, I ran away from wherever I was, came to Accra, looked for whatever studio I'm going to get accommodated in, started recording, saw the X Factor thing, went, no money, zero and everything. And so I just feel like it's a spirit and it's a drive. If it's for you, it's for you. Yeah, because I was just about to ask you, have you always just been a guy who takes risks, right? Because again, even for your rap, somebody might say, oh, we don't listen to all these bars here, right? Why is he doing this? But you stuck to your guns. We'll get to your music and the lyricism as the conversation goes on. But
it's like you take risks a lot.
A lot.
Why is that so, bro?
Because I realized that what works for people don't work for me. Mine is different. Mine is different. The first time ever we went to YFM. That time Killer Fingers was the one.
Oh, that's years ago then.
Yeah, and if you hear Killer Fingers, you know when I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And like, we had two songs. We had one hip hop, one rap song. I had this song with Tiny Tina.
Okay.
Tina, I hold my waist. You know, that was the jam, like, you know, everywhere. And so when he heard it, was like, what am I going to do with this other rap song? Give me this one, let me play it. And that's what he played. But then still, I'm like, okay, if this is what you're going to promote for me, it's still a win for me.
Yeah.
Play that, it worked, but still, I pushed the rap. Because it has always been something for me when it comes to rap that when I set to rap, even when I was that young and small, older people get to be like, wait a minute, who is that? How old is he? So I knew that, okay, that's the thing. That's it for me. I can sing, I can do anything. But that is it for me. So I always knew, no matter what, that's for the rap day, you know, I'll take a risk. And as soon as I have the feeling that this thing is going to work, it doesn't matter how someone sees it or how they feel about it or even where I am right now. I believe that I'm going to the USA tomorrow. It doesn't matter that I'm sitting this place like right now here tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be at the airport and I'll go.
Isn't it crazy how we live in a world where one of the most difficult things to do is to be yourself? But the only person you're going to be with for the rest of your life is yourself.
And if you be yourself, you're a genius. And they say genius are psychopaths.
Yeah.
So rather, if everyone is looking at you, that you are being yourself, and it's like everyone thinks you are crazy for being yourself. I mean, Mom, I think you people are crazy for not being yourselves.
Right? Because I think on your journey again, you've had like little experiences here and there, and your true fans will know. Like, I think you work with AQ from Nigeria.
Yeah, I work with AQ from
Nigeria.
Nigeria.
You know, those little things, right? In a journey, are like, wow, I did that then.
I've been on Tim Westwood. I've been on Tim Westwood twice. Same 1 year, the following year. I mean, I've had from the get-go, from the X Factor time, I've had people like MI saluting me for, you know, rapping at that point, to, you know, being on this cyphers, being one of the most reacted to rapper from Africa. Yeah. I mean, around the whole world and everything. These are a lot of things that if I had listened to people and stopped the rapping, it would have never happened for me. I would have never. What song of mine won my first award for me? 5th August. I think straight 10-minute rap song in English. Ghana Music Award.
Right, so unexpected.
Second one, I mean, I've won other ones. The second prestigious one was just last year. Again, 5th August 7. 10 minutes, 11 minute rap songs.
And people listen to this.
Yeah, so then what was I going to leave that for? And what was I going to win an award for or be recognized for? Yeah.
These things pay off, right? Or they're paying off. The evidence is there. But I also want to ask you what it means to you crossing borders. Because like you said, right, you work with artists from Nigeria, you've been to Westwood in the UK, and all these other little things. The fact is the music is going out there. It is crossing. Is that a conscious effort from you and your team, or is it just happening because you're a talented guy?
No, it's a conscious effort, because there are a lot of people quite talented as well. They could choose to just rap in English. But, you know, going through that, the stress that someone like me, I would go, you know, I went through or going through, is something that not everyone will go through and still be straight. They would bend. Along the road, somehow, some way, you would bend or you leave it, because that particular one is just not for you. But me, it's a conscious effort. I respect everyone and what they are doing, whatever language they are rapping in and everything. Me, I'm saying that it's my conscious efforts to cut across. That is why I do it in this language and I do it in this manner. Yeah. And it is working for me.
It's working out. Bro, rap. What do you think about the rap scene right now? Are you impressed? As a rapper who grew up on Lil Wayne and Tupac, 50 Cent, these are guys I also listen to, right? And I listen to them.
If I'm being honestly with you, like if I'm being honest with you, we're not doing bad, but we got to rap more.
We're not doing bad.
Yeah.
But we've got to rap more.
Yeah, I mean, for African countries that love rap music and everything, Ghana is not doing that bad. But we need to do better.
What does better mean to you? Is it the lyricism? Is it the promotion? Or is it a lot of artists just doing it?
It's not. Lyricism is a whole different. It's a whole different topic. Not everyone is a lyricist.
I mean, it's not easy to impress you. I'm sure.
No.
What's a lyricist?
We need
Let's
to get
talk
there
lyricist.
where we agree and understand. You see, you said something. You were like,
yeah.
You've learned not to be judgmental.
Yes.
And just let.
Yes.
It got to a point I had to agree to that concerning the topic of lyricism. Not everyone is a lyricist, and not everyone knows who a lyricist is.
Bro, what's a lyricist? Please enlighten us a little bit.
Right. So, let's say.
You might step on some toes, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh no, I'm not going to step on toes. I will just give you an example of who a lyricist is. Somebody is going to wake up and go into the booth and tell you that Anopa we me got music. Me di mi so bolo no komo pa we feel it. Yeah, I mean that's a rapper.
Yeah.
A lyricist is like, I check my catalog, I don't even have 3 music. Why do you guys want to bring me to 3 music?
Oh, okay.
I mean, maybe if I come here, I'll see real.
Okay, I see what you did there.
Would tell me not to be foley. You understand? This is a lyricist. He is not a lyricist. Is someone.
No, you're not just gonna say this and you're just gonna carry the interview like you're not say nothing.
No,
bro. What's going on? We're just having a nice conversation. And the brother's dropping bars.
So I think,
CJ, but I'm not acting foley. What?
Yeah. So you see, yeah.
So it's sort of the same topic, but it's how it was attacked.
Different ways to get to it.
Yes.
How it was attacked.
Yeah.
So because I think one of the most metaphoric writings I've seen, a book with the most metaphors and lyrics in it, I would say is the Bible. Because when you pick a Bible and you want to read it with a normal mind, you should put the book down somewhere. Or when you go and pick a Quran and you just want to read it with a normal mind, just put the book somewhere and go somewhere. If you want the normal ones, go to where they do the normal ones. But when the Bible is telling you that do unto others what you want others to do to you, it's more than what it is telling you. When it is telling you that cut off your right hand if it was something that it's more than what it is telling you. It has layers to what it is telling you.
Meaning.
Deeper layers. So a lyricist is always someone that has layers to his words.
Okay.
Layers of meanings to his words.
Okay.
You can, it's fine not to be a lyricist actually. You can just be a rapper. It's fine not to be a lyricist. It has never been written anywhere that by force everyone must be a lyricist going into things and all that. But for people like me, even if I try, it will not work. I can't help it. If you give me tell me to write a normal 16 for you, I will try and say, okay, let me do a normal 16. At the end, it will not work.
Yeah, there has to be something.
There has something. Yeah, it will be in there by all means.
Wow, that's crazy.
So it's like you're fighting with your mind every time.
Yeah. Okay, I get that. So back to it a little bit. So with that again, the rap scene, like you feel like we can do more. Like it's cool, but we can do more.
We can do more, and so let's leave the lyricism side apart. When I say we can do more, it has to do with the whole packaging actually. The whole packaging. We came from a point why I said we tried. We came from a point where we didn't really know what hip hop was. We adopted, and then our hip life stuff and things. We came from a place where putting big budgets on hip hop music has never been a thing. We just, let me just wear some singlet. Let's stand behind some uncompleted building with some mean looking guys, and we are shooting, and you might not even mind taking it to TV or anything like that. But then when the whole package is added to it, but then you feel like when you go and see, that's hip hop. But then when you do salsa, afro, or any other thing, you must look formal, promote it formally, go to the places and everything. Who is crazy enough to come to 3 Music and give them a 10 music, rap music that's play it for me? I'll pay for it, play it for me. Or even if they are going to play it for you for free, if you play it, let me pay for it and play it.
There's so much that goes into it.
Goes into it. So before I'll come, I already know that this is how the scene has been when it comes to rap music in Ghana. And I'm not about to be the same. I'm rapping good, but I need to look good for the, both the ladies and, I need to appeal the younger ones, the older ones, package it well and deliver it.
And deliver it and give it to the people. I like this so much because, again, you're a man who is standing on business. Like you're saying these things and you're actually doing these things, right? It's one thing to say then, I did do some way. Okay, so the rap, the lyricism is there. Melody, your music is crazy now. Your song with B Strap. Again, we're going to get to that song. Bro, my favorite part of that song is, I think, your second verse. Give it up to me. Bro. Was that always the plan? Or like, we were
that was always the plan. I mean,
Bro.
because... as rappers, good musicians, let me not say rappers, musicians, good musicians have always known their ways around these things. Because the thing is that before I ever even got my first deal, this is somebody that had to record about 100 songs.
Sheesh.
Now, those 100 songs, am I just only going to rap in the studio? No. Is somebody coming to write the choruses for me? No.
Yeah.
If I needed some backups or some fillers somewhere, some ad-libs, singing, is somebody going to do it for me? No. It's me and me in the studio at that point. The president did not sign me to pay for features for me. So if I needed a Chris Brown on my song, I had to be the Chris Brown at that moment.
Oh,
You understand me?
Yeah.
So I need to sing that chorus.
Okay.
When you put me on a live man stage and you give me the mic, I should be able to sing.
Okay.
100 songs. It means you are going intro to verse to chorus to outro for every single song. And nobody's coming to pay for a feature for you. When you become comfortable, you can pay for that feature.
Yeah.
But from the beginning, unless you fall into some rich hands and they pamper you, you can do it in there. But for people like me, you need to learn everything.
I love the way you're explaining this, because off air, me and we were talking about, melody, music, and I told you that it's always been there. Ja Rule, 50 Cent.
And people are, now Ghanaians are behaving like it's new.
Let's talk about this.
But it has never been new.
It's not been new.
I can start from the newest rappers, Drake, Kendrick. I am a sinner who's always gonna sing. He's singing, Lord forgive me. That's him doing his chorus. Sometimes I need to be alone. So it's mostly melodic rap.
Like Young Thug is a rapper.
It's a rapper, but in the melodic way.
Okay.
Because a normal singer will not get on the beat and be like, maybe, and I take dogs, I go to the moon. That's a rapper style.
Yeah.
Da 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 da. When I take drugs, I go to the moon. That's a singer. But somebody that's a rapper singer is going to bounce on the beat like, when I take drugs, I go, man, stay sharp and everything is intact. Man, stay clean and everything is in there. I'm fly today, tomorrow, ain't no stopping. I let the music do. That's rapping. Man, stay sharp. Everything is intact. Man, stay sharp. When you come around, you get cut. I'm fly today, tomorrow, no stopping. I don't want to see what everybody see. I don't want to be what everybody be. And after that, that's basically rapping in a melodic way. So it's not rappers becoming singers. It's just rappers mostly learning more and expanding the scope.
Yeah, I love that you said expanding, right? Because we just use Young Thug as an example. There's so many other. There's Trippie Redd, and like you said, Drake. Drake is my guy.
Yeah,
that's my guy. But he's always sang on his music. He's always had this melodic tone, and when he's rapping. And I see people going at rappers like Odumodu Black. When you see the fans going at him, or the people who don't side with what he does going at him, what do you think as a rapper? Do you think like, again, we're expanding, right? Music is huge.
And second of me personally, I've never stopped to listen to someone that I don't feel like I want to listen to before. So I'll not even have to complain about the person. I don't like what the person does. I don't listen to what he does. I see his video, I just scroll. If it's nice for me, I watch, I leave a comment. If not, I just scroll. So I would not have to come and even comment on it or talk about it. Because aside our life being entertainment to people in music, no. That's somebody's office. Yeah. I don't want to wake up and go and throw. It's like seeing Odumodu online and saying all these things. Yeah. It's like waking up and going to someone's office and throwing feces. Yes. Because that's where the person makes money from. Bro. So no matter what you think, if you feel like you don't like how they look, who they are, or anything, as long as they haven't done anything to you or attacked you, that's the person's money making place. You do not dirty it for fun.
That's true.
But that's what people like.
It's become so easy to do
that.
Yeah,
they think that is fun.
Right?
I mean, I have the internet, I have the data. Let me say something crappy and let people love what I'm saying about this person. But by doing that, you're actually stopping someone from eating, which is actually a bit deeper than even being wicked to me. Yeah,
I like that. Get into your music in a bit. How do you deal with negative energy? Because again, you're getting bigger, and success comes with what it comes with.
Honestly, I shut it off. When I say I shut it, I would like the way I behave towards, like I was talking about people I don't listen to or something like that. I will not even look at it. Read the first thing, I see that it's negative comment or something. I'm off, like I'm going. when it comes to people will be like, oh, you are too sensitive. No, it's not about that. We are creatives. We have our mind. I don't want to be in the studio and what you said is it will be ringing in my head to a point where I can't even be creative. Meanwhile, I know that you people will judge anyone or criticize anyone.
Yes.
Here, I'm not the first person.
Yes.
And those people are still living their good. So I'll just scroll past it. As for the internet stuff, sometimes I don't come. I don't come, not because of people in say, but like per se, but Charlie, I'm doing the work. Sometimes the things are even plenty to put out there, so you need a hand.
Yeah,
you need a hand to help you, to hold you down. So sometimes it will draw your attention. Charlie, someone is saying this about you, or this person said this, and you look at it and be like, okay, first me, you take it to heart, or you bore, if you sleep. Even till now,
not being emotional, right?
Yeah,
but you have to go through that.
You have to go through that. You go through it, and they will talk about you in bad manners, no matter what. So I think you need to know, sir. Yeah,
I like that.
Just be ready for it.
I like that, bro. I always say I always learn a lot whenever I speak to you, and again, I've learned a lot today. Your music, how many albums do you have so far? Because we're going to get to a new project, but so far, actually, let's put full bodies of work from EPs, LPs, albums. How many do you have so far?
I have my first project ever was an LP.
Okay.
25 songs.
25 songs on an LP.
Yeah, that's like my first project ever. That had Fifth August 1 on it as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was my first project. From there, it's been singles till I dropped an EP, Vibes.
Okay.
Then after Vibes, so LP, EP, I dropped photo album.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
So that photo album was like my first studio album.
Okay.
So this one I'm about to drop this year will be my second studio album.
Is this going to be your best project so far?
Nah. I'm not the kind of artist that can come and tell you. If you see me sitting anywhere telling you that this is my best verse or this is my best song or chorus or anything, it's a lie. I'm lying basically because I'm the kind of artist that adapt, I grow, I learn as I'm going on. So my best is yet to come out. Always.
Always. How was photo album for you in terms of your brand, connection with your fans? Because again, it's your music. I'm sure you love your music, but looking at it from that spectrum of how it connected you to the people, did it do what you wanted it to do?
Yeah, it did what I wanted it to do. Even though I wouldn't say I was 100% satisfied, but for the most part, let's say 90%, it did what I wanted to do. Now, the thing is that one goal I've always had for all my projects, which is even going back, not just photo album, even the first LP I dropped, which is Kill. I want to be able to sit down 5 years or 2 years from now and still be able to listen to it without feeling like, I was saying too much crap, or at this point, what I was doing, all the music wasn't that good, the message wasn't that good, or I wasn't sounding that smart or intelligent. I want to be able to, and if I sit in my car today, if we sit down today, I can play you photo album from A to Z, and we will listen to it and enjoy it, and still feel like you are not sounding immature. The same thing happened with photo album as well. It's an album I can sit down right now and we'll go through it and listen to it. People have their favorites in there, they cling on to, and everything. For my first album, I had good features and everything. So
I get what you're saying, that for the most part it really connected, and the sound, the output is what you wanted to do. The outcome is up to the fans, right? Okay, 2023, just like I asked you about your albums, was that your best year so far?
I think so far, it's been one of the
best rapper through music awards.
Yeah. And when it comes to doing stuff, because I dropped Enter in 2023. That's last year, right? No, Enter was 2024. So this 2024.
I said 2023. Sorry, 2024 is what
2024.
I meant. Yeah, 2024 is what I meant.
I dropped Enter. I did Tim Westwood for the second time. Had most features actually. Same time I had Nigeria beef on my shoulder.
Well, did you start that beef?
No, I did not. Okay.
Because he's actually a very nice guy. Like,
I'm yet to remember a beef I've started inside this country. I mean, I've never been the first person to ever.
But you respond if you feel the need to.
I respond if I feel the need to. And you know rappers, you know that this guy will feel lash am. So I feel move to how many, but I don't do that. Okay, the attitude of a bully. For the fact that you know, say I feel lash every person, so I will move to every person.
Okay.
I'm not that kind of person.
Yeah, because what I was going to say is I don't think there's a rapper you don't think you can go toe to toe with.
No.
Yeah, so that means if they come, it's up to you. Like, okay, I'm going to go for it.
Yeah, this person. And it's not everyone that you want to reply to when it comes to these things, unless the person is really, you know, pushing it where you feel like you and your.
Who do you think pushed you the most?
That would be the very last beef. No. The very last one was the Nigerian one. That didn't push me the most.
You have to tell us, bro. Because this is a sport. Look, and you love the sport. Who pushed you the most? Who pushed your pen game the most?
I think I'll be very honest. Not pen game.
No
pen game. I haven't met anyone that will say that by force. Like, for me to outdo the person, I had to go through that tussle.
You've not faced that yet?
Yeah, not yet. Okay. But when it comes to beef with people provoking you, there's two people, and all these two people have spoken about my parents. So me, it's a no-go area for me.
Okay.
When you go there, we can
go. You get to share?
When you go there, we can go. The first one was Amra Duarte, but we spoke about it. We hashed that out.
Okay.
The second one was this Nigerian guy. I mean, throughout the beef when it started, I was just having fun until, you know, he decided to go there. And
so there are limits to these things.
There are limits to me. For me, there are limits to what you don't want to talk about.
Yeah, I
because
get that.
if you go there, then it's disaster. We do anything. Like we'll talk about anything. You know, kids and
parents.
It's a no. It's a no for me. So that is a limit. And even sometimes we even go beyond the limit and we listen. That's why sometimes it's good you play your song back, listen for some time before you put it out. Like no, I can't say this thing. No, this thing cannot be said. I mean, I've had things taken out of even beef songs, as in these songs, where it's like go time. I should be able to say anything about Charlie.
Yeah.
You listen to this and
so these beefs are real.
This thing I'm saying is too much. So yeah.
Like they're real.
I don't know about fake beefs. I've never had one before. I don't know what a fake beef is. I don't know. It's real.
Yeah. I mean, I know he loves music, so I actually believe it. You know, I know this guy loves music.
Real. Because honestly, me, even if you call me and be like, bro, Charlie, make we diss each other, then I will not want to do it.
Has that ever happened before?
I've had people. I've had people here, and I've never done it. I will not even want to do it because I know that as soon as we start, someone will say something. Something will be said, and it will escalate. And we might even not be friends anymore. So let's just not go there.
I like you clearing up there, and I'm actually waiting who's gonna push your pen lyrically.
You know, there are always people,
right? There are always people, right? Always out the woodwork.
I mean, hey. But you know, you go meet the M's and things there, your pen will be pushed.
Oh yes.
There you know that you are in a different atmosphere, so your pen will be pushed.
Yeah, it will be pushed. Okay, so back to your project. How far have you pushed, or are you pushing yourself on this new project, man? Because an album you're coming to grow. How far are you pushing yourself, bro?
This project is, one word for this project is a classic, basically. If there's something that is going to be said about this project, when people look back to it, they'll be like, yeah, this is one of the Ghana, you know, classic albums projects. I have features on there. I'm not saying this because of features. I'm saying this because of the body of work that it is. It's something. The last time I was on shout to her and Anama Brown show, she was like, yeah, when you want to travel, just put LJ in there and, you know, just put his album or something in there, step on the road and go with it.
I mean, she's the queen.
And it's true. This is the music that is going to travel with you, not just road trips, but through life.
So that's what it is for you.
Yeah, that's what it
is. Your song with B-Strap, one of my favorites, man.
Yeah, it's off the project actually.
Is that the first single?
First single I dropped off the project.
Oh, how many songs on this project, man?
I have 13
songs. You can share some of the features, details with the project.
Yeah, that one. I've not put it out track list yet.
Okay.
So that's.
Do we have a title?
We have a title.
What's the title? I Am.
Yeah.
What is I Am about?
I am. What do you think I am? What have you
ever
thought of?
Man, you're somebody who focuses on your music. You chase your craft. You're super dedicated. You've been through a lot. Some things we can't even say on air, but you're always like 10 toes, and you stand on business.
Exactly there. Maybe we might see the next person who asks me, will be like, this guy is a stubborn guy, or is this.
Okay.
I am what you're saying. I am what you're saying. I'm not ready to defend anything. I am who you were to me and everything. But then when you say it backwards to it, am I?
Oh,
so
yeah.
Am I? Yeah, I am. That's a rhetorical question. But at the end of the day, we know who I am.
Bro, even your album titles are like, what's going on, Lyrical?
Yeah.
Who can name Lyrical again?
Me. It was LJ because I started rapping at a very young age, so it was Little Joe. So I'm like, I'm going up with it. I'm like, yeah, my Lil Wayne, like the people that so it was Little Joe actually because I was rapping. And one day someone said something, I don't remember the person, like, oh, was it me just thinking about like, you're gonna grow, man. I don't want to be using the Lil anymore when I grow. So I needed to still use the same LJ, but changed the meaning of the L in it. So I moved it, so I had to look at what people like about me was my lyricism. So I changed the L from Little to Lyrical. Later in life, I'll do a Legendary Joe.
Okay.
Which is still
LG.
LG.
Said it here, Legendary Joe.
Which is still LG.
A lot of your fans already think they're legendary, but so how complete is the album since we don't have a full track list yet and all the features?
Oh, the album has actually already been submitted.
Oh.
For release in everything. Month is set, a date is set. Features and everything, videos are set, and I just dropped one, the new one off it, Healing, as well. That's off the project. So as for the album, we're 100.
Okay, 100%.
Yeah.
What does healing mean to you?
Healing, basically me telling people how music has been therapy.
Okay.
To me, I mean, music has been the therapist. When it comes to me, I go to the music, we talk, in the studio, you say your mind, whatever crazy thing going on in your head,
just let it out.
what someone will not say on a daily or you will see already, you let it out there. So that's basically, and sometimes too, when you are there, you just lay back and listen to the music as well, soak it in, let it give you some inspiration. Some music stuffs, like I said, spirits behind it, gives you inspiration and everything. So basically, for me, healing music has been the healing for me.
Bro, I'm just proud of you, man. I've told you this like every single interview.
Every time, bro.
But bro, like I just see what you're doing. I see where you're going. You don't stop. You keep it pushing. And again, in this position, I talk to entrepreneurs, creatives, young guys, young girls who are doing their thing, and it's just incredible to see people's journeys. And for me to study your journey and pay attention to it and have these conversations with you, and a lot of fans live vicariously through me because they get to see what you're doing. So it's like a medium, and it's incredible to see. And I can't wait to see what you're going to do this year, man. So this year, the focus is the album for this year.
It's the album. I'm basically dropping the album. I have the date already. If you've been on my social media, you see what's going on. I've dropped 2 so far of it. I have more, 13 songs. So basically before the main date, I'm still going to be dropping few before the main project comes out. So it's like a journey. We just started. So it's going to be the album for me this year. Definitely, my birthday is going to come. Definitely. So I have to drop as well, 5th August. After that, the last quarter of the year, we might be in for a surprise.
Okay. That's good news. My producer wants to know your top 5 favorite Ghanaian rappers. He's like specific about this one. He's like Jason. Kosti's like Jason. You have to ask him this.
Top 5 used to be top 5. Top 5 is not top 5 right now anymore. Why am I saying this? Because now, talent plenty. The rappers are coming.
Yeah.
Someone is good today, is not good tomorrow. So people easily drop off your top 5. And people easily join, and you can, go somewhere right now. You say these names, and
this guy should be a politician.
Why? Because I know a lot of dope rappers, and it's hard to fit them into top 5.
I get that.
I love lots of dope rappers. Shouts to EL, Sack. Shouts to Obi. There are so many in Ghana. We have so many good rappers. And so it's hard to mostly fit them in a top 5. But I know people here that I feel like are good lyricists. Even some of them are now singing that I feel like good rappers or were better rappers and everything. So randomly, in no particular order or number, like I mentioned EL, I mentioned Sack, I mentioned who did I mention? Me, myself, you know.
Oh,
I
good. I'm in there.
I gotta be in
Okay,
there.
okay, I get that,
mean,
I get
I
that.
should be at one crowd.
I get that.
I should be at my top
I
5.
get
You
that. I
know?
can't believe,
Yeah.
man. I
Yeah.
get that.
So you know, I mean, that's it. So 3. I'll give you the 2
You do
personally
that too.
later.
Yeah, yeah. That's a special one for me.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But what do you want to tell your fans,
Yeah.
man?
Yeah, I want to tell my people that do not stop for anyone. You started for yourself. One, basically, like Jason is here. He has woken up, decided that he wants to use his life to do something. Be a presenter, come on TV every day and entertain your life, right? This is what he has decided to do with his life, and he will get paid for it. Why would he want to stop because somebody said he's not a good presenter?
Yeah.
Why would you want to stop because someone said what you're doing is, you know the reason why you started. So if you want to stop because of your own self or your reason, you stop. But if me that I said I want to be something, you behind there, you're saying I'm not anybody. You two are not anyone. So don't stop because of anyone. Keep going. Consistency, focus, prayer. I think
Bro,
we're good.
God bless you, man. Forever proud of you. When is the album dropping? An official date? Do we have that yet or not yet?
No, we have a month actually.
Okay, what's the month?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let him just go lyrical. Come on, come on.
You see, some of the things I will tell you personally. Some of the things I will tell you personally, but let's say maybe let me give a clue. Maybe in 2 months.
Maybe in 2 months.
I'll be dropping. Maybe in 2 months.
Okay.
But then what you should know is soon. And I've started a rollout. I've dropped 2 already. More is to come in. Every single month until this album drops, I'm going to release music actually. Every single month until the album drops. So you don't have any worries at all. We're good.
I mean, it's very interesting because the album hasn't dropped. My favorite song is You and B-Strap, you know,
already.
and I'm thinking, okay, so what's the album going to be like? But it's going to be a problem.
You're going to have a different favorite.
Yeah, okay, a different favorite, bro.
Yeah.
God bless you. We're here for you on every single platform I'm on, every single space I'm on.
Yeah.
You're my brother for life.
bro.
I appreciate everything you do. I appreciate your team. You always have my support. 3 Music is your home. You already know this. 3
Every
Music
time,
is your home.
every time, bro.
Please come here anytime. Let's have more of these conversations
Sure.
to find out the man behind the music.
And when the project drops, it's coming here.
Of
I'm
course.
sure we're going to do
God
it.
bless you, my brother. God bless you. Can't wait to
Aye.
break it down, man. I do have to let him go, but this has been Thread Special, where we have these kinds of conversations. I said I'm very, very blessed to be in this position to talk to great, amazing people, to learn as much as I do, just like I know you, the fans, do. Go on our social media, tell us what you thought about the conversation. If there's anything more you want to know, we're absolutely open to listen to everything. I have to let you go. Everything also is on our social media. We have all these excerpts out there in case you didn't miss anything. Have a very good one.